This is kind of a reboot for studying American history, and I'm really pleased with what they have accomplished, and really proud that we were able to acknowledge their accomplishments here tonight.
The very first day that I met Lin back in 2008, he said to me, Ron, Hamilton's life is a classic hip-hop narrative. Of course, at that point, I had no idea what he was talking about. But as I got to learn, thanks to Lin, a little bit more about hip-hop, I realized that what he meant by that was that he rode his way out of obscurity into fame through the power of words. And this is an institution that's devoted to the preservation of words. And here we are in the National Archives, great repository of American documents.
I'm thrilled that we're honoring the creators of Hamilton tonight. I profiled Lin-Manuel Miranda and Ron Chernow in the show for CBS Sunday Morning. And I think one of the great things about the show is not just the genius of the show itself, but I think anytime, especially young people, can reconnect with the stories of this country is valuable to them and to all of us.
I think one of the things that we tried to do when we realized the show was going to be successful is prioritize kids. Every person who leaves the show says, we got to get history students to see the show. And so we dedicated matinees. We've got 20,000 students seeing our show on Broadway. The program that we built to do that with the Rockefeller Foundation, the Gilder Lehrman Institute, we're duplicating it with our tour company. So, there will be that many kids seeing the Chicago production. We are trying to partner with schools for every stop the first national tour takes. So at every stage of Hamilton's life, students are always going to be a priority.
Well, Hamilton is a play that revolutionized Broadway and has also revolutionized Americans' love of learning about history. So it's very important to honor the three people most responsible for it.
Well, it seems comical to say now, but when I started writing the biography of Alexander Hamilton in 1998, I felt that he was fading into historical obscurity. People knew he was on the $10 bill and that he had died in a duel, and that was about it. And also he was regarded as something of a second or third-rate founding father. The more I read about him, I realized that his achievements were so monumental, he deserved to be right up there, along with Washington, Jefferson, Ben Franklin, etc. And then, of course, as I started reading about his life, it seemed to me the most extraordinary story of an illegitimate orphaned kid who comes out of nowhere in the Caribbean, sets the world on fire, becomes a founding father of the United States. And so I knew that this was far and away the most dramatic personal story of any of the founders, and luckily Lin-Manuel Miranda reacted the same way to the story and has turned it into this extraordinary musical.
So this is my first time here, and we just kind of got the extra goodies tour backstage, so we got to see a first copy of the Hamilton's Report of Public Credit. We saw a handwritten letter from Eliza to Congress at age 89 towards the end of her life. I'm here with a pang of regret that there are so many treasures that I didn't see firsthand.
He's gone from obscurity to being the darling of the founding fathers at the moment.
One of the things that you realize when you write the show is every argument we're having now, everything you cover in Politico or in The Hill or your various news outlets, we had a version of that fight already. The fights that we have as a country, the debates we have between left and right, between progressive and liberal, there's been a version of it, and it's sort of like family fights. The fight you have with your siblings, you've been having variations on that same fight for your entire lives. And so it actually kind of gives you a nice dose of perspective when you read the news and think the world's coming to an end. You go, oh, no, it's been this bad before.